welcome back to the channel and a happy 2018 to you all. Now today I'm just going for a little adventure in my Drake Interplanetary Cutlass Black, and I must admit this ship is a real improvement over the previous version. This ship has been totally reworked to fit in with all the new systems which are in 3.0 and beyond. Now we saw another ship which is being reworked in the Squadron 42 vertical slice, and the Aegis Avenger is also having a total revamp, and that ship will end up being a little bit larger than what it is now. Now obviously some other ships which need to be redone to fit into the way the game works now, and I guess that the Origin 300 series will sometime in the future get totally revamped as well. Anyway, without much further ado, let's go off to do a little adventure. Now I wasn't planning to do any missions or any cargo runs, and I know there are some bugs and glitches with 3.0, and there certainly needs to be some work done, and even over Christmas, I think on Christmas Day, Chris Roberts himself posted that they hope to have some improvements in by around March, but obviously there'll be some small improvements done in the meantime once the developers get back from their Christmas and New Year's breaks. Now, from what I've seen on Reddit and on Facebook, many people are enjoying their time in 3.0 doing cargo runs, and obviously some of the missions as well. Now frame rates can be up or down depending on the server you play on, and generally they're now recommending that you have 16 gigabytes of RAM and an SSD, and to be honest, with the type of game Star Citizen is going to be, it's always going to be a game which favours well, having the best hardware you can afford. Now at the moment it's probably best to wait if you're not totally committed to playing an alpha. For example, upgrading RAM at the moment is fairly expensive, but hopefully as we go through the year RAM prices will fall. Well, we can keep our fingers crossed. Well, here we're approaching Delamar and heading for the Levski landing zone. But my objective today wasn't at first to land at Levski. It was to descend into the borehole and to find out if anything, well, was at the bottom. Now, as I approached the borehole, I could see that there was quite a number of ships around, and I did see that a Caterpillar and a Cutlass was in my vicinity. In fact, the other Cutlass was experiencing some flight control difficulties, and as I was to find out, well, there seemed to be some mysterious force, or bug maybe, which was interfering with the flight controls of ships in the area. Now, as I feared, I lost control due to some, strange interference with my flight systems, and I become stuck on the edge of, the hull. Now, the only thing to do was to cut power to the engines and hope that gravity would do the rest. Somehow my ship had survived the plunge into the borehole, and now it was time to see if anything interesting was outside. Now, there was a few problems with some of the geometry clipping through the terrain, but that didn't dull my amazement at being at the bottom of the Levski borehole and looking up and wondering if anyone inside the landing zone was watching what I was up to. Now, there was no way of actually climbing out of the borehole. I'm afraid, the only way to get out was the way I came in. Well, had escaped the borehole, and I managed then to land at Levski itself. And I spent the next couple of hours just exploring the Levski landing zone and getting some footage for some future videos. But that is another story for another day. Thanks very much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you wish. And I'll see you again sometime soon in 3.0.